To sew the facing, the front facing and the collar, you are going to start by placing the facing pieces right sides together with one another, aligning the top edges. So just this top edge. Pin in place and stitch with a straight stitch and back stitch in the beginning and the end across here. Now open the facing, open the seam allowances, so press them or just finger press them open, and we are going to sew the longer edge, so the outside curve to the body of the rope, but before you are going to finish the raw edge on the inside of the facing. So this one will be sewn to the rope, so you should finish this edge here all along the facing. Now place the open robe on the table with the right side up like this. Open it like this and place the facing right side down on the robe. So you are going to align the edges, the raw edges that are not finished. Align the center neck seam first and pin. So pin here on the center neck seam. And now continue pinning the facing to the front of the rope along all the outside curve. I like to start by pinning the bottom edge of the facing to the bottom edge of the rope, just like this. And after that, without stretching or pulling on anything, you just align both fabrics together and pin all along this edge. So pin everything in place. Now you're going to sew from one bottom edge up the rope and down the other side to the other bottom edge with a straight stitch. Before turning the facing to the wrong side of the rope, trim the seam allowance to reduce bulk. So instead of trimming the entire seam allowance, what you can do to help the facing be turned to the wrong side is just to trim the seam allowance of the facing. In order to The notches will help this curve to lay flat and pretty, but we are not going to turn this just now because we are going to prepare the hems first. Now, before turning the facing to the inside of the rope, I'm going to come down here to the hem of the rope. Okay, so this is the right side, and this is still the facing on the right side as it was sewn. And I'm going to draw a line here 2.5 centimeters up from the raw edge. So 1 inch up from the raw edge. And I'm going to sew here with a straight stitch. This is going to help hem the rope with a nicer finish. After sewing this, I'm going to finish the raw edge of the bottom of the rope. Now, to turn the facing to the wrong sides, to the inside of the rope, first you trim this corner here. This will make it easier to turn the facing to the inside of the rope and to give it a clean finish. Now, with a pencil or a point turner, you just poke the corner out, and now on the inside of the rope you're going to flip the facing to the inside of the rope nicely and pin it. You're going to pin the entire facing until you get to the other side, and also the hem. The hem is turned 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch towards the wrong side, and then we're going to pin everything first, and then we're going to sew with a straight stitch all around the rope. So I have the facing all pinned. So the facing is all pinned all around the rope until I get to the hem, and then the hem is also pinned, and I'm going to sew all around the rope. So catching the facing, catching the hem. Here at the center back, I'm going to place a tag, my brand tag, and I'm going to pin it here. Let's see if I can hold this down. And then I'm also going to place a size tag, because I like to put a size tag. So if you're using a size tag, you can also pin it here. Let's see if I can do it. And I'm going to use the hang tab here and place it on either side of these tags, but centered with the center back here. So I'm going to put it right here. See, I think this is nice. I think I'm going to put the size tag outside of the hang tag. So I'm going to put the hang tag here, trying to pin it, and here. I think it looks nicer this way. I'm just going to pin it, and then I'm going to place the size tag on the outside, right there, and one pin also here. Okay, so yeah, a bit tough, but it's done. So now I'm going to sew all around the facing, all around the rope with a straight stitch, and also around the hem. The facing is all sewn now, and it should look like this. So on the inside of the rope I have the hang tab here and the tags, and then on the outside you should have a top stitch like this, going down all the way down until you reach the hem, and then at the hem you have like a corner here, and it's almost all finished. Now the only thing left to do is to sew the belt in the back.